What's up, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dwayne here with Growing Together Nursery, and we have a special announcement. I wanted to go ahead and tell you that we do have some moringa on sale, folks. We will be selling moringa, fresh moringa here, the tree of life. If you don't know, Google it, look into it. Well, I will be selling it fresh here for 10 bucks a pound. All right, and we have some to choose from. We have a few trees in here. We're going to walk around, talk about it a little bit. But if you haven't tasted it, you don't know about the tree of life, I recommend it. Really nice. Also called the drumstick tree or the horseradish tree. Many different uses for it, but I will be selling it fresh by the pound, folks. All right, we will weigh it up for you. That way you know that it is legit. This stuff grows super fast, easily grown, but there are people that cannot grow it, whether they're in an apartment or in a condo or whatnot. So I have been asked in the past if I was able to sell it, but I didn't have much of it and I wasn't selling it, but now I am. So check it out. Let's walk and talk, and we'll talk and show you what's over here. Here is the moringa that needs to be chopped back. It has to be cut back. So I figured, why not? There's stuff. This is the full size one. We also have the dwarf, and there's two different trees basically, but they're all in there. Trust me, it's a lot of it, and I have to trim it. So why not be able to pass on the nutrition to you? And again, Google it, look into it. It is a powerhouse of nutrition. Do we have it for sale? Why, yes, we do. Yes, we do. One plant right here, as we just walk right past it. And I am making more. All right, I just got in a bunch of seeds, and did I go ahead and plant them all in pot? No. I have some that I went ahead and making into some more. All right, I have these that are cooking still, but I also went ahead and planted the rest of them. I planted about 50 seeds out here, and just like that became a nice little moringa farm. These I'll go ahead and separate later, but we have some available. And also, while we're here, I'm going to talk about some other things. I never just keep it to one simple topic. The mulberries are starting to pop in the perlite, which is very cool to see. We got some roselle that I'm planting out in the field. This I just noticed this morning. It's looking quite nice in here. I mean, we still have them in peat moss as well, and perlite, so they are popping through there in that manner as well. But it's nice to be able to see the difference. But we got some moringa seedlings on this side that are a little bit larger. These are for the public. I went ahead and give them a little trim, but I just put them in here, so give me a little bit. They will get it a little bit bigger for you, but I'm excited to be able to grow a lot more of it. Still need some more seeds. I know it's not enough, folks, but I planted a ton, and I want to be able to, who knows, down the road, am I going to, process it myself? I don't know. I know it is kind of time consuming, but we'll see. Got some red hybrid jabos. These are all in 1 gallons over here. True 1 gallons, not the cheaters, right? Gorgeous little trees. They didn't like the molasses. I sprayed them on the leaves. I did a foliar feed with the last fertilizer, and not too happy with it. Some of them have some spots in the foliage. It's fine. They will come right back, but I'm learning from my mistakes here, folks. They still look good. Trust me, they're all going to be fine. This one's a really cool one. That's a nice wide one. That's my style right there. I like them. A lot of, well, I think that's actually 2 seed. No, that's 1 in there. Beautiful. Anyways, we got jabos. We'll give you a quick little tour to show you what else is growing over here. And hang tight, because more is on the way, folks. Hopefully, God willing, we should have some more coming on, showing up here in the next week or two. Just hang tight. We have some Savannah cherries and some Cherry the Rios over here, little seedlings. They aren't grafted. No, for 20 bucks, they're not going to be grafted. They are just seedlings. Ginberry, we have some red sugar cane here. The Suriname cherries are looking great right now. 20 bucks, we'll take them home. That's 3 gallons, folks. That's giving them away, considering how long I've had them and just how beautiful and how fast. And I know some of you may not like the flavors, but they're legit, folks. They are great little fruits that when you got nothing else and those are cranking out, better than nothing, right? You're taking up some space, why not? Little fruit cocktail is flushing. We still got a few loquats in 3 gallons. Sherry, Yehuda, Christmas, and Champagne, which is the white flesh. And up potting these mangoes into 7 gallons over here. Maha Chinook was the last one. Try to give y'all a chance. But she was starting to get a little bit too big for that 3 gallon. So got a nice Pimsang mum ready to produce by next year. Starting to really come out. So it's ready to be up potted into a 15. But we're selling it as a 7. Come on by, take a look. We are open this weekend. Oh, let me not bypass the black zapotes over here. We have some Matt Snows grafted in the house by this guy over here. We know professional, they say, but these are looking great. Blooms should be emerging, actually, or those already get sold. Those might have been already moved, but these are the next best thing. Beautiful trees, the foliage on there, very nice and very soft. We got only 3 Brogdons left. Sold all the rest. 7 gallons going for 80 bucks and 3 gallons for 50. Still figging it up over here, y'all. They are looking great with this weather, and some of them are starting to pop some fruit over here. One more little lonely Barbados cherry. Come and grab her. No more high seas, y'all. Those are out. Little Celeste fig. This is the fig of the day, y'all. This is a big 5 gallon, almost 5 feet. Celeste fruit, 40 bucks. Already showing fruit too? Come on, man. I don't know what else I got to do. This thing has been to the market a few times and people are like, no, I don't know. I'm like, dude, you can do 15 for a small or basically double that and get, you know, a tree that's 4 times the size. But you do what you want to do. This little Mexican's about to get yanked out of here because it is in the way there. But figured I would leave it so I can up-pot it. Yes, we're rocking 2.2s on the mangoes over here. I think it's great for showing them that they are little females, okay, young, and that you should be waiting. Whoa, what happened here? Squirrels are running amok over here, folks. They do not care. Oh my gosh. That doesn't look good. Anyways, they dig up my stuff. Whenever Kiwi's not in, you know, they distract her. There's so many of them. But anyways, we got them over here, 50 for 1, 2 for 95. And these are huge. We got Super Alfonso, Venus, Valencia Pride, Ugly Betty. Have a few more M4s. Orange Sherbet running low, folks. That's a tough one. That's going to be a tough one to get. Let's see. Yeah, a couple of M4s. My one and only Julie that's going through it, but still got to put her in a 2.2 to make her feel better, right? We do have a Cha-Cha over here that I just had to move. Dude, it needs to be protected in the greenhouse. So can you get fruit just with it in the ground? Ideally, not that easy, but we'll make you a deal. Tropic Snow, peach as well. I think that's the white flesh. That's my only peach at the moment, but I think we'll be trying to grab a few more. Got some orchid action over here. If you want that. This is Nana's little work over here, or not little, it's actually fantastic. But she has been going nuts with designing these little orchid holders and putting in different colors, and just hang tight, folks. I know it's new. They will grow out and they'll flower. Anyways, come on by if you want to talk orchids with her. That's what she likes to do. I like to talk the whole fruit game because I can actually tell you that you need this, right? Like Do you need all of these? No, but it's easier for me to sell you a fruit tree or something that is edible or medicinal or whatnot versus a flower, in my honest opinion. I can't be like, you need this, come on, man. No, it's not my thing. There are other places for that, and depending on where you're at, I'll tell you exactly which location to go and visit. Look at this. The lubbers, man. Shredding up my foliage. Just disrespectful, man. They come over here and eat up the tops. But anyways, these are almost ready to be up potted on some of these. So coconut cream, shooting off some new growth on the very top there. It grows how it wants to. I mean, you could come back in here and tip right there, but it's up to you. I left it to go ahead and shoot up this way. Anyways, come on by and take a look. We have a few of those. Karen Michelle's, Carrie's. We have one more cack. Angie. If you want a dwarf in a pot, have some Glens. 2 Glens cooking over here. Lemon zest and lemon meringue. One more lemon meringue. That Po Pu Kalai, which is getting pretty big. Ready, almost ready to be up potted. So Karen Michelle, lemon zest. And yeah, this lemon zest right here. I know you're not going to believe me unless I show you the tag. I know how you zesters are. So yes, I got one in the building. So that's always, I got one in the 7 as well. We got some Carries and a Gary if you want that coconut hitter, the old school hitter. I haven't tried the Gary yet. So hang tight. Well, I guess next year, because maybe mine will produce. And a coconut cream with the tutu on. I know. Listen, I tip them if possible, and it's already shooting off some new growth. Wait until it does. It's going to look beautiful. But anyways, come on by, take a look. We are open. We can talk about different plants or fruit trees that you're going to go ahead and start growing because this is going to be your year. Or if you want peppers, you want to talk peppers, we got some time, right? We got some gorgeous weather ahead of us. We are experiencing a little bit of a cold front, as they say. We'll be in the 80s. Arroz con pollo, little pepper here. Sweet and spicy, allegedly. First year growing that one. I know. Bromelia, dude. I thought you said we need some color up here. Just one or two. Sunfinity still hanging in there. But we got some herbs over here if that's your thing. I know you don't see them because they're in the box. I haven't pulled them out just yet. It's Thursday. Shampoo ginger. We got some hot fajita peppers. We got some rosemary, sweet herb or stevia. We also have the purple ruffles basil, regular basil, and some, looks like cilantro, and a bacopa. And this and that, folks. I can't sit here and rattle off every single thing that we have, but edible greens, tropical spinaches. We got a couple of watermelon starts. You want some baby June plums? We got you. You want a small jabbo, I get it. You may not want a 1 gallon, but we can hook you up with a small one over here. Good for getting started, good for kids. Sugar apple seedlings. Catnip is back here, and some tarragon. Very nice. That one I haven't messed with too much. And we got some watermelon starts over here. Little baby yellow tomato starts. No, I think I did that wrong. This is the catnip, and the other one was the lemon balm. Yeah, I think this is the catnip, and this one is lemon balm. Yeah, that's a bigger leaf in there. Don't confuse them. Don't confuse them. I know. This tray is actually pretty cool. It's got 3 different ones. Chamomile and sweet marjoram. Oh, I do have to up pot those, and yeah, there's the catnip right there. Anyway, don't worry, I won't get them confused when you come and grab them. Lemongrass, longevity, and Okinawa spinach. Spearmint and dinosaur kale. Come on with it. It's time to start planting some of these in the shade though, right? Or you have some sort of shade cloth because it is going to get hot out here, folks. It's brutal. I know a lot of people take the summers off because of this and that, and I get it. Hydration is tough. It is not for the weak. Gardening in June, July, August is, whoo, people will fall out, right? This is when hospitals get full of, people needing electrolytes because they ain't used to this heat. But anyways, habaneros, cayennes. We also have, those are $3 each, by the way. But yeah, we got a few things cooking over here. Again, Moringa, come on by. We'll hook you up. It's a gorgeous day here. Let's go see what else we got. Hopefully you guys are still hanging in there. Thanks for hanging with your boy. This is the new restroom, so a little composting toilet action is always nice. Every day I'm out here checking to make sure that these mangoes are still hanging on there, because this is my Super Bowl, right? This is what we look forward to, is eating these fruits. That's it, nothing less. I mean, I know these are growing in the shade. A lot of people say you got to have them in full sun in order to get, some fruits, but Fairchild will show you that she don't care. She's like, watch what I can do. Even Glenn's holding on to a few in there. And be careful when you're bagging them. It does happen. It is unfortunate, but as you're bagging them, you kind of get a little aggressive. You get excited. I don't know what happened, but I was taking these M4s. Oh, I know, you only see two. There was numero tres on there, but it was connected onto this one. And I felt like one or two of them in a bag was going to be too much. So I tried to separate them, and long story short, bad idea. I broke one of them, so two left. I know. Listen, folks, I love these so much. Not 50 bucks a piece I wouldn't sell them for that. They wouldn't come off of, I could not. Let me, I know. How can I say that one more time? Let's listen here. So, an M4 mango with only two this year. I do not see myself selling them even at 50 bucks a piece. I know it's not about the money, folks. I don't want to wait another year to eat these. But you could go out and buy them. It's not the same. I'm telling you, it's not the same. When you grow them yourself, you will see a different flavor than when you go out and you buy them. In my honest opinion, right? You can go ahead and do your own research. Oh, there was more on there. Now there's only 3. I thought I'm missing one, which is wild. I thought I had 4, but showing 3. All right. This is why we have to count them and take photos and document it, right? That's what this is for. Carrie and Cac is hanging on to a few. And these bags are worth it, folks. They last you a couple of years. They are about $1 a piece. On Amazon, you got to buy them, a few of them, but a little zip tie right on the very top there. And for the most part, it keeps the critters off of them. Now, have I seen photos and videos of, them smashed up on the ground even with the bags? Yep. But it all depends on you and how you can keep them off of there. But that's another problem, right? It's just, yes, you can keep them in there, but a hungry animal, once he finds out that it's ripe in there. So I wouldn't let them tree ripen all the way. Pick them off before that. But this does help out with airflow, because these other bags, that mesh style bag, what happens is by tying them, the ants will get into them. And I have seen them kind of get like mealy bugs as well. So this bag is way nicer, because the water goes through, the air goes through. It doesn't allow the ants to build, right? They want to, they can on anything, obviously, but it's less likely to. They like these bags way better. I know, I forget the name for them, but anyways. But 2 cents, my 2 cents. Here's what I was doing, is planting some roselle out here. But I dropped in a bunch of moringa seeds, and some of them are already popping through. Whole thing is, forget where I put some of them. Started just kind of randomly putting them in different places, which is always fun, because then you don't know. Look at this beautiful little juicy peach right here, folks. Putting on a nice little flush. This is She's really becoming one of my favorite trees over here because how little I've had to really prune her. I just put her into a nice 25-gallon, and yes, there's mosquito dunks in there. So we're breeding the mosquitoes, but they're not able to swim out of there. You can see them. Well, maybe not, but they're in there swimming around, but they can't come out. Problem is I have to come up with a way to where I have a lid on there, but yet the mosquitoes can still get in because now the rain will fill it. Uh-oh. You see this dude? Oh, yeah. Turn your head, kids. No, I'll dispatch him later. I know. This bird doesn't even do anything. Hired you to take him out, and she just decides to sit around and watch. June plums are starting to cook over here. And flower. Nothing wrong with that. They take forever to ripen. Yes, they do. It does take a long time, but I just like to eat the greens myself. Until then. But sit back, put her in a pot, grow her in a pot. If you are this far north, if you're down south, obviously drop her in the earth. But up here, the rules are a little bit different. I mean, these days, past winter, we hit 19 degrees. Little Bailey's Marble. I say little, but she's going to be a big tree. And I'm already thinking, don't know how that's going to work. May have to rehome her. Yeah, I'm dropping some roselle plants in here as well. A few more in there, and then what I'll do is take a little chop and drop, put it around it. This one's got a moss moat. Planting all over the place. We're dropping them here and there because things happen and not all of them make it. Obviously, the numbers game, folks. That's my honest opinion. We get high winds, we get critters, we get kiwi that comes over and digs them up. All kinds of different things that happen, but all you can do is, I tell people, don't get super attached. You know, people are like, my tree, and they really hold them to it. It's like you just have to get a few to where it sucks to say, but you don't get attached. Make more of that one. You know what I mean? Sassy Love with the new flush, looking good. Uh-oh, look at this color on this Maria mango. Through the bag, folks. Starting to get a nice color in there. I got one there. This one is not getting any color only because she's not getting much sun, but I was advised to leave her alone. Then you have this one that's super pink. Tough to tell with this bag on there because the bag is yellow, but super pink. It's kind of a runt. It's already like kidney shaped, but it's hanging, so I'm gonna leave it. So 2.5 on this little Maria. I know you can't really tell because I got her smushed in there with other Marias. That way the wind won't knock her down. I got her tied. I got the fruit tied over here, but these winds and on a typical, thunderstorm can just come in here and start pushing these girls down because I didn't add a lot of sand in here. I'm going to be up front. I didn't add a lot of sand prior to putting them in here, so my mix is very light. Puerto Rican black beans are starting to really kick up through this trellis here. See, we got sugar sand through all this. This is where the water flows in. This is the north side, by the way. So the north side is the high side, so it just flows down. So it pushes all the mulch and such. But Puerto Rican black beans starting to vine up. These are very nice, growers. I don't want to say aggressive growers, but they can put on a ton of beans for you. But good for dry storage. But I put those all over the place. Got a little groomy chamo cooking there. White Chipotle never came back, which is wild, but still hanging in there. Haven't taken her off or out of the ground yet. Pina colada, only 3. It's a small tree though, so small fruit, small tree. It's what it is. It's a dwarf. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend pina colada. It's exactly what it sounds like. All right, and then oh, Sugarloaf, only one, but she's a big little. I mean, she's a thick little mango there. Let me show you. I know you can't tell the size, but for only being one, I'm stoked. My brother-in-law is gonna really like it. So, well, we'll be splitting it in 12. So, hope you're watching that. Ice cream over here. One baby little fruit in there holding another dwarf tree. Canepas, or the Spanish lime. Put it over here on the passion fruit trellis just for now. Just, oh, this is a surprise. Already cooking up some beans. It's almost dry. These are Chinese red long beans here. I haven't been in here in a few, and I guess missed these already. They're almost getting dried up, but Chinese red beans until this passion fruit really kicks. I planted another one in here that's getting suffocated by Bidens and grass. Oh, there she is. Right there. So we'll keep planting a few in there. It's not high. Can it grow up there and give you some fruits? Yes, but I like it underneath an oak a whole lot better, just because you get more coverage. I think she'll be happier underneath an oak. The old miracle fruit. Checking to see if there's any berries. It goes from flowers to instant fruit very quickly. If you don't check her, the fruit will fall off. But mulberries are done. I'm getting a few kind of randoms on the Thai dwarf just because of my pruning, but guava, and on the Thai and on the Shangri-La over here. But the seasons are already done. It's kind of sad. It's all right. Everything else is starting to come through. So, but I did top this Shangri-La and made a bunch of cuttings. So stay tuned. We will have some for sale. Look at this Pickering. Loves to hang on to so much fruit. Loves it. It's a good tree. Tough to find these days. I know people hit me up all the time looking for it. Can't find it. Orange Essence, big girl. Purple tie is looking good. The Giselle just went into a 15. I have to put some mulch on the top there, but Giselle just went into a 15. She held on to a couple of fruits, didn't actually really hold on to them all the way, but we'll see what the fruit is like. I know it is a juicing Indian variety, but we will find out. Nana's stoked to be able to try that next year. So we're going to find out. Anyways, we have a Harvest Moon that is growing above the graft. Quite nice considering there was no heat used on this little trellis that I had for, or this little teepee. Things are rocking and rolling over here. This whole area grew like a foot overnight with all of the rain. All of the sweet potatoes just started shooting up out of the ground. You can see just the difference between the Bidens. It is, I know some would say this is a mess, but my mess. We dig it. Black sapote is hanging on. Look at this. Matte snow. Can we keep it in a container? Why not? Why not? And she's got more blooms on there. So if we can hold a few, get some chocolate pudding fruits, sure. It's a great day to be outside. It is necessary in my book. But you do you. The weekend is coming, folks. One Marcus Pumpkin little avocado hanging in there, although it's got an indentation already. Oh man, hopefully it hangs. One little baby fruit. I'm gonna try to keep it in a container. It's a great fruit from what I hear. Haven't tasted it yet. We'll find out. Another one that can stay in it, well, the other one that will stay in a container is the Wirtz dwarf avocado. All the fruit fell off this year, but I know maybe next year. Maybe I'll up pot her into a 15. Give her a little bit of space, but rootstock avocados all over the place. Coming off of Simmons. This one's coming off of Russell. So rootstocks I have available to go ahead and make more. It is what it is. I got one little lonely cotton candy still holding over here. And again, I just tuck them all around it. That way it doesn't fall over with the wind. I do need to come up with a better system. Got that GMO watermelon still holding strong. Look at that. Still looking good, bro. Things last forever, man. And just they sit there until you want, right? Little sweet tart action hanging out over here. This girl didn't give me any fruit this year, but next year she told me, don't worry, she took a year off. She'll be back. Oh, the Mexican sunflower is down. Looks like we had some winds over here. Hang on, let me clean up aisle one. I know you guys think I don't do any work. It's like, wow, man. This is the maintenance. This is part of it. We don't hire anyone, you know. I am the maintenance guy here, right? And the complaint department. But in a good way, folks. We're here to help you out, get you growing, get you getting some cool fruits growing some cool fruits that can't be bought for the most part. Some of them can, right? But where are you going to find mulberries? Delicious mangoes, right? Coconut flavored mangoes. Anyways, little chop and drop. Feed your stuff. Valencia Pride coming back from the rootstock now back to turpentine. It is kind of sad on some of these, but life will continue to thrive. And then we add more in, like a Tice mulberry. All right, I told you guys, this year I'm just sandwiching stuff in here. I know it looks like everything is really tight, and guess what? It is, right? Loquat sitting on top of banana, sitting on top of a giant Suriname. I'm gonna trim a lot of this back. We'll figure it out. They're gonna grow together here, right? Tons of stuff. Here's that Moringa seedling popping out of the earth. And those will be future cuttings down the road. Little sugar apples already holding some fruit. That's a baby tree. You gonna let it hold? Probably not, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. She's gonna sit up here and sway in the wind. Hopefully we don't get any hurricanes, because that won't be quite nice on this little tree. So now, more than likely pick them off, or if you really wanted to let it hold, just come over and stick a stake in the ground, and then you get to hold the fruit, right? I know some people are like, what about tomorrow doesn't happen? Well, that is true for some. I'm not here to tell you if that is the case. Stay away from that fast food. Maybe you can stick around a little bit longer. All right, I'm no doctor, no healer. Don't sue me, folks. Listen, it's up to you if you want to eat some Biden's Alba and live forever. Nope, I'm not. I'm kidding. Kidding, folks, kidding. These bees are digging it, though. They are all over this stuff. And they'll be all over you if you get in there and let them seed. Cranberry hibiscus is coming back. Woo! It's a warm one, folks. I need some shade over there is what it is. So the Moringa will grow up, give me a little bit of shade, help a brother out because it's getting hot. We are in a cold front, they say. We're hitting a cold front here in June. Look at this cherry the Rio. I was talking junk, going, oh my gosh, she only gave me a handful, a handful of fruits, and why doesn't she give me more? And she's looking great, and I talked to her, and she was just being stingy, and all of a sudden, boom, explodes with some more flowers. She heard me. She's like, hang on. I gotcha. Thank you, baby girl. You see that? See what happens when you treat them good? I know. Some of y'all are thinking, clean up the bottom, do all of this. That's hydration down there for her. We've already had a conversation. She said she's all right. This little pina colada, though, needs to be cleared up in there. Smaller ones. I know, there's no rhyme or reason. We're just having fun talking trash. The little kumquat that has a few fruit holding on there, but you don't see them until they're almost mature. The old centennial, but I saw some on there, but they're so tiny. Cuttings, and more cuttings. Cuttings are available for this Thai dwarf. She's getting thick, y'all. And I do have to keep this somewhat clear, so you do want to come by and get some fresh cuttings, by all means. We can work something out. If I have to ship them, that's a whole nother deal. But we got some available. If you're not growing Thai dwarf, What are you doing? It's a great mulberry, easily grown. Got some foliage that's down over here. Hang on here. Clean up as we work, man. You see how this works? There's never any, no time off. Hang on here. Can it hold? It's like these winds are just blowing this stuff everywhere. If you want fresh cuttings of moringa, or not moringa, yes, that too, but Mexican sunflowers, come on by. We can help you out. Good for chop and drop. Just be careful when you are chopping and dropping this, that you're not taking this and cutting smaller pieces, because all of those could root. So pay attention to that. And also, even these larger pieces that you lay down can still root. I've seen that as well. Just watch for seedlings as well. Technically, they're sterile, but they find a way. It's a nice little shoot there. I'll replant that later. They do find a way, but cut them back. Use them for what they are. Shade right now. Great time to utilize these. Back in here on this side, because of the bit different clumps, it's way cooler. So I do utilize them. Also good for the compost tea. But that's what we do. Just feed them back into the earth. Try not to let them get too woody and stemmy, because they do get pretty thick and becomes harder. But anyways, you're going to figure it out. I know you will. If not, Google it, right? Ask AI. I'm sure they got your back. They want you to be the best grower that you can be, right? All the cranberry hibiscus is popping through. We got Suriname spinach everywhere, which is not everyone's favorite spinach, but it's mucilaginously, you know that word. Yeah, it's that. Got hydration, right? But see, they're already getting out of hand, getting up there. But when they start blooming, they kick off a ton of flowers, and pollinators like them. I haven't had any rain in a couple of days, so Kale's telling on me, and you haven't watered me. Another one that's gone down. I jammed a Thai dwarf cutting right into the ground just to see if it would take. This is kind of dry, but that's still green there. Just curious to see if it would do anything. But yeah, buy some plants and we'll give you some cuttings. Come on by, folks. Planting really densely in here. All right, little mango up in here. I think this is the orange essence. Yeah, orange essence seedling there. Next to some chaya. M4. See that little moringa seedlings? There's one. There's another there. Gandules. Then we got Roselle there next to a loquat. Really close. Little Malanga. Bryce's World's Best kicking off a few berries. It showed up late to the party. This one gave us a few fruits on a plant way in the back, but this one, not so much. Dropping seeds everywhere. Just hang tight. We will have some fresh moringa for you. If that's for you. If not, go back to eating iceberg, right? Or doing whatever you were doing prior to. The 4 mangoes that could. Let's see. Are they all 4 waking up? Oh, we got 3 out of 4. The juicy peach is still asleep, but she's still good. Don't worry. She's still green. Hang tight. All the rest of them are back and awake here. Anyways, folks, I know I could sit out here and talk forever. I love this stuff. Katuk is slowly, surely, but creeping up. Although the variegated Katuk is growing way better. Speaking of random Mexican sunflowers, there's one right there. I didn't plant that. Next to the Skinner over here. And the green hibiscus is already kicking up a bunch of new plants as well. Another edible green. I know, you guys tell me I don't plant enough natives. I don't allow the natives to hang around. should be ashamed of yourselves. Look at this. What do you call this? This is a lantana, right? Little Bidens. I allow a little space here and there. Then you run into all the seeds and they jump all over you, and the socks start itching because the seeds start they start poking you through. It's not the best. Perennial peanut. This stuff is going nuts over here. I know. Along with the goodness, now I'm forgetting it. Brambles or the little asparagus, smilax. You can eat the tips, but that stuff is going crazy. I done hit myself already, but folks, it's going to be a good weekend. Good weather, maybe some rain in your area. I got to go back to work. These seedlings got to go into the ground. Trust me, there will be more. Hang tight. We'll get some fruits working. But it's mango season and tomato season. Look at all these tomatoes. Come by and try some of these little sprawling coyotes or the Matt's wild cherries if you like red over yellow, right? Try them both and you tell me which one you dig. Let's see. Littered and more flowers on the way. They're just pushing. They're saying, I know, this Mame Americano needs to come out of there, but I'm using her as like a trellis right now because these tomatoes need some love. Anyways, we got work to do, folks. You know what time it is. Time to do what you got to do to grow some food or some fertilizer. All right? If you're not growing food, start growing some chop and drop plants, something, because you know what's going to happen to our fertilizer prices. Whew, they go to the top, right? Kiwi's barking. Somebody here. Yes, everything's going to start going up. Do what you can. Compost tea does help. Do your own research, but we are here, open for the weekend. Y'all have yourselves a fantastic day. Hit us up if you have any comments, questions, concerns. Text, call 407-702-3126. Have a great day. Help somebody grow some food. All right? We all need some help. Love you. Peace.